Today's Tales from the Mountain story comes to us from Carter County, Tennessee. The legend of the Pink Lady. So sit back and enjoy. Around 1880, in the hills of Carter County, Tennessee, a woman named Elvira fell madly in love with a man named Percy. The two quickly became soulmates and was by each other's side through thick and thin. But tragically, Percy come down with tuberculosis, and as his health began to get worse and began to fade, and he couldn't find no treatment where he was at, he decided that he was going to have to go somewhere to get treated or he wasn't going to make it. Now, he found a sanatorium that would treat him high in the mountains near Elk Mills. And Elvira knew she couldn't live without being there with him the whole time. So she went with him, and she rented her a cabin near the sanatorium where he was at. Now, Elvira, she would go every day to this sanatorium, and she would spend as much time as possible with Percy. And they would even exchange love letters, so when they were apart, they could read these letters and know how much one another loved each other. And one day, Elvira went in to see Percy, but she couldn't find him at the sanatorium. So she looked everywhere and asked some of the workers, she said, "Where's my Percy?" They said, "We don't know what you're talking about." It was as if he'd never existed. As the legend goes, she searched high and low everywhere for Percy and never did find him. And some of the townsfolk and people, they started gossiping and they started making fun of her, saying maybe Percy just got tired of you. Maybe he got so tired of you that he found him another woman and he run off with her. Heartbroken, she went to her cabin, basically locked herself in, and it said that she mourned herself to death, died of a broken heart. But see, the story doesn't end there. Her spirit's still out there wandering, searching for Percy. Residents of Elk Mills say they'll see her along the sides of the roads walking in a pink dress and bonnet. And that's how she got the nickname, the Pink Lady. Some drivers say that they'll see her crying, dropping her head just before she disappears. Others say if you stop and offer a ride, she'll get in the car. By the time you start driving, she'll just vanish without a trace. Some drivers say she'll even float out in the road right in front of you, causing people to swerve violently and almost wreck, missing her. Other people say that if you stop and you ask her, "Do you know Percy?" that her face lights up, thinking maybe Percy had sent you to deliver a message to her or something. It's quite the sad story. Folks say it's just a legend, that she doesn't exist. But most of the Carter County residents will tell you otherwise. They'll say it's a true story, and you spend enough time in those mountains, you'll see her. Have you ever seen the ghost of Elvira? Have you ever heard this story? If so, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And don't forget to follow me for more Tales from the Mountains.